Warning: the following is only my opinion. I have no medical background or training. Any decision you make regarding the beverage Kin Euphoric is totally up to you. I don't even know the names of the layers of the skin. I mean, I know there are 3 layers, but that's about it. Seriously, you need to take responsibility for your own life. Hi, I'm Orman. I have a YouTube channel called the Hi Tech Nomad because, well, I travel a lot. For the sake of transparency, I'll let you know right now I've never tried any illegal drugs, and yes, that includes marijuana. I just never got into it. When I travel to see my friends and I want to unwind, it's usually achieved with a shot or 2 of vodka. I've never been a wine person. But sometimes, even small amounts of vodka can affect my performance the next day. So, when I heard about a beverage that promised the calming effects somewhere between a strong cup of chamomile tea to a couple of glasses of wine with no lingering after effects, I decided to give it a go. This is Kin, and according to the copy on its website, it's a first-of-a-kind beverage that opens the mind, calms the body, and connects the spirit, unquote. Wow, that certainly sets the bar high. Now, it does have a lengthy list of do's and don'ts, but basically it says, don't take more than 4 servings in a 24-hour period and don't mix it with alcohol. Let's take a minute and see what's in it. Well, the first thing is there's no sugar and it's only 6 calories per serving, not like we're trying to watch our weight. The next thing that we see is niacin, which is okay. It's a B vitamin, and it sometimes gives you a flush. We'll talk about that later. Next, we have folic acid, which they say is fantastic if I'm expecting a baby. The next one is okay, I told you I wasn't a doctor in the first place. In any event, that is also a B vitamin. And then we have proprietary blend. That's like the check engine light on my car. So we have absolutely no idea what that part is. But let's go ahead and see how it smells and see how it tastes. Okay, so we have our Kin, and it has a consistency. It's like maybe strong tea as far as the consistency goes. It's not a syrup, but it's not like water or like juice. Maybe more like a cranberry juice or something like that. It kind of I don't know if you can see that in there. Kind of sloshes around in there. So, and it has a very planty taste. It has hibiscus. So, there's something kind of crunching there because I've had that before, and it just tastes to me like grass or leaves. It really has a very strong plant taste. A little bitter. They've already said that. Now, I was concerned because it has like niacin, which if you're not familiar with niacin, and again, I'm not a doctor, I'm just telling you, but niacin like opens the blood vessels and stuff like that. And some people can have what they call a niacin flush, where if you get too much niacin, the tips of your ears feel like they're on fire. And so you have that, you had caffeine, you had a whole bunch of things in there. And I'm like, according to what's in here, I should be bouncing off the walls. So, but they balanced it, and that's probably why they gave the recommendations for how much and in what dosage and in what serving size and so on and so forth. So, again, you don't end up bouncing off the walls. What you're going to do is get like a warm, contented feeling, which is what I guess you drink booze for in the first place. All right, so my drink of choice now is, we don't want to waste that, huh? So, I have my 2 ounces of Kin. I pre-measured that. I actually used it's 4 tablespoons, by the way. I made that mistake. So 2 tablespoons is 1 ounce, so 2 ounces is 4 tablespoons. Again, because I think it's a little bitter, I like to add a little grenadine to it and mix that up a little bit there. Just kind of get that in there. And then either a seltzer, or in this case, I'll use Sprite Zero, because we don't want those extra calories. And I'll put a little bit of that in there. That's actually already cold, So we don't need, I'll put some, we're close there. We already have, it's already cold, but I'm still gonna put some crushed ice in it. Now, obviously, the bigger the drink you make, the longer the sipping time. So obviously, if you make yourself a huge drink and you take a half an hour to drink it, it's gonna be a half an hour before you get all of the kin into you. It does usually hit me in about 15 minutes. And again, it's, and I say hit me, I mean that you can feel something. That was probably the biggest thing, you know, it's kind of like, maybe the first time you take a medicine or something, you're like sitting there, you don't know if it is you or isn't you. You do know the difference. You're gonna sit there and say, do I feel anything yet? I feel anything yet? When you do feel it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I can feel that. So again, because of the ice, and you will feel something, but again, it's not a nice and flush, so don't worry about it. Just stick with the serving size that they tell you, and it should be fine. Salud, or skol, or turvy sex. If anybody knows turvy sex, that's fine. And that's turvy sex, not table sex. Turvy sex. Look that up. All right. Okay, so it's been about 15, 20 minutes. As I said, I do feel it a little bit. And you feel it. This does what I wanted to do, which is just take the edge off. I'm a little bit more relaxed. You certainly don't want to fight it. So for example, if you kind of feel it, and just sort of, if you're in nice, pleasant surroundings, as you've seen, I'm not turning that light back on because I don't want that light on right now. I don't want that bright light. I just want to relax. I can feel it. I'm kind of going into it. And this is about the level. This is about where I get with kin. And again, they say each person, it affects them differently. And one of the things, the same as if I were gonna have vodka, I try not to, I don't want to have a big meal and then drink kin. So I try to do it on an empty stomach after it's been a while since I've had something to eat. And that's what it's for. So I do think kin is good. It works for me. Might work for you. I would say give it a shot and see what happens. I mean, it's the same amount as a bottle of vodka. So go ahead and give that a shot. Again, check out my other channels. I do a lot with technology, which is the Hi Tech Nomad, and I do a lot on making YouTube videos and things like that. All right, hope you enjoyed this. Take this look at kin.